You're not Joe Biden, you're not Donald Trump, but nothing comes to mind that you would do differently?
Let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency. And like every new president that comes into office, I will bring my life experiences, my professional experiences, and fresh and new ideas. I represent a new generation of leadership.
Was largely a lesson in how to talk for half an hour and not say much at all. There was a lot on immigration, as you'd imagine. There was plenty on as well what Kamala Harris is going to do about it, and say, you know, you need to turn the page for a new presidency. But Bret Baier pointing out that she has been part of the administration, a big part of it for the last 3.5 years. I want to bring in Annalise Nielsen now. She is our Washington correspondent. She is in Georgia, one of the swing states. And Annalise, you've been watching along with me. First of all, your impressions. I thought, you know, it was a bit messy, to be honest. They were talking over each other for a large part of that interview. And I would have thought Kamala Harris would have gone into a Fox News interview with a bit of a different strategy. She didn't have answers for a lot of the things that Bret Baier was putting to her.
And look, this is really interesting because we're told this is the first time Kamala Harris has ever done an interview with Fox News. So just to bring that context in, this is the kind of thing that presidential candidates normally do in primaries, but she never contested primaries. She dropped out in 2020 before Iowa. And we've seen that they have had this strategy where she's not been doing traditional media, where they've done podcasts, they've avoided interviews. She still hasn't done a press conference. And so that's why there's so much pressure and focus on this interview. It's a rare opportunity. And Bret Baier is a very well-respected anchor over the years, and he is known to be very just forthright like that. That is his kind of questioning. He's very direct and to the point. And so given that half-hour opportunity, he wasn't going to waste time on anything else. He was straight to immigration, which is the number one issue for so many voters, because so many of them, especially the ones we've been speaking to on the campaign trail, they connect that back to the economy not being good, their concerns around safety. And even today, we were on a polling booth here in Georgia, and a woman raised immigration as her number one issue, which even she seemed surprised by. So that's why they went directly to that issue. And then the other thing we see with Kamala Harris is that often in these interviews, she has very long, comprehensive answers, which often by the end of it, you're wondering what the actual point of it was. And that is her strategy to filibuster. And so Bret Baier obviously had that strategy. He was going to come in there right away. I think a lot of her supporters are going to find that an offensive approach. They'll say that she was being spoken over and interrupted and it was disrespectful. But a lot of people still a few weeks out from this election telling us they haven't decided who they're voting for. They don't know who's better for them politically, personally, and they want specific answers. And so that's what I think he was going for.